Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on-point and no hype reviews. We are back yet again, everybody. We're back with another fragrance review right here, guys, on my day off. And today, I will be talking about a super duper mega hyped fragrance. I believe currently sold out in every platform it's on, but a lot of people are raving and going crazy over this fragrance right here that, I mean, you know, it's definitely the time to make a no hype review, a no hype assessment on this fragrance for a lot of y'all that maybe have never tried this fragrance. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to this channel, guys. We have a huge archive of no hype videos, over 600 videos plus comparisons plus clone reviews, all no hype. And so if you want to find out, you know, the real deal on these fragrances minus all the hype, minus all the bias, please do not forget to like and subscribe and enjoy the archive. And the fragrance that we will be talking about today is none other than Terence Hughes Supernova. Yes, Supernova by Terence Hughes. Oh boy, guys. This fragrance, I believe right now, is super sold out. I was pretty lucky to get a 5 ml decant from one of the members of fragcomm. And if you're interested in a decant, I'll put his link below right here. But definitely this one right here is sold out everywhere. Crazy hype on this one, and it really made me interested because this fragrance right here, apparently people are saying, is a combination of basically Hachivat and Aventus. You know, it's a Hachivat Aventus combination. I think that almost everyone that has tried this on a first impression basis will bring up a Hachivat or Aventus or both when it comes to their impressions of this fragrance right here. Now, what makes this special then? You know, here's the thing. I mean, you got Hachivat, you got Aventus. These fragrances not only are currently around and available, but you also have twists and flankers and clones, just multiple variations of this, kind of like the Marvel multiverse with the Council of Kangs right there. Supernova, what is the deal regarding this fragrance? Anyways, I will break this down for y'all and I'll give you guys my 2 cents on this. Let's go spray this thing right now. Okay guys, now let's talk about Terence Hughes Supernova right here, guys. Okay, now this fragrance, undoubtedly, the strength of Supernova is in the opening. Okay, the likability factor, the strength factor, the thing that you will remember the most regarding Supernova is in its opening. Now let's look in the opening notes. You've got this special bergamot blend, as well as mandarin orange, as well as grapefruit. Okay, so you have those elements right there that we already know. Okay, but I will say this, that the bergamot blend, I'm pretty sure, has got some ambroxan in it. Okay, I'm pretty sure ambroxan is here in the opening of ATH Supernova. I believe it is counted as a mid note, probably part of the quote-unquote C notes right there with the ambroxan. But the ambroxan is so powerful that it goes into the opening, mixes in with that bergamot to really push it in very strong levels, very tart, very invigorating type of bergamot. So if you are a fan of Aventus or Aventusy type perfumes, then definitely you will get loads of it with this beautiful, strong bergamot blend. It is not natural smelling. I mean, I've heard feedback where people are saying this is a natural smelling bergamot, but no, this is a strong, powerful ambroxan boosted bergamot that I think is reminiscent of some of the other clones of Aventus. It's strong, it's sharp, it's tart, it's invigorating. Like I said, it's pretty damn strong, guys. To me, this extra boosted bergamot actually reminded me of my old duas back in the day, those Dua Mod 3s. You know, I loved Mod 3, for example. That was a great, you know, boosted clone of Aventus. Well, definitely here in ATH Supernova, you're also going to get this super boosted bergamot, without a doubt, guys. So if you love bergamot and you love ambroxan together, you're gonna get that boosted bergamot care of Supernova. Now, another note that you guys will probably enjoy with Supernova past that super strong bergamot is going to be the mandarin. So this is a prominent note. It's not really an Aventus or Hachivat note, but the juicy, zesty mandarin is a part of the opening of Supernova right here. It is a very likable, prominent part. So as you are enjoying that boost of bergamot, it is flanked by beautiful mandarin orange right there. And I think that it is a very likable boost. Again, it makes that intro very, very impactful, not only for the user, but for other people. And so this mandarin is pretty cool. There's also grapefruit that shows up, I would say like 15 to 30 minutes in, and the grapefruit definitely resembles that Hachivat grapefruit, you know, and that is probably why a lot of people, first impression, they think about Hachivat, because you have that bitter grapefruit added into the mix. And so that happens, I would say, like I said, 15 to 30 minutes later, after that initial strong, you could say synthetic bergamot blast, plus the invigorating splash of orange, and then boom, you've got that bitter grapefruit a la Hachivat. Again, makes for a wonderful opening. Nothing new to me, but it is a wonderful opening nevertheless. Now headed into the mid, guys, I would say an hour in is you're gonna get the C notes that I think is ambroxan, as well as apple and pineapple. Now here's the interesting thing right here, guys. A lot of y'all are probably thinking that it's going to be this bright apple pineapple mix, and then the C notes are gonna be secondary. But in this case, guys, the C notes, or the ambroxan, to me is the strongest part of the mid of Supernova right here. And the other fruity notes, such as the pineapple and apple, are secondary lingering notes. Okay, so that's how I can describe the mid. So you've got ambroxan, which is again a mainstream lovable note. Hint, hint, Le Mans Zete, guys. But also, you're gonna get pineapple. I would say that the pineapple is stronger than the apple in this case. Again, a la Hachivat with a stronger pineapple mix. Very beautiful, lingering pineapple. But then again, like I said, ambroxan right here in the mid of Supernova. Now let's talk about first impressions right here of ATH Supernova. I definitely love the opening right here, but to me it really wasn't anything new, you know? I mean, if you have been around the block and you've been driving around the Aventus Highway, the Aventus Hachivat Highway for like 3 years plus, I mean, you've already tried probably a lot of these things. I mean, from the Mod 3s of Dua, the CDNIMs, all the way up to the Consorts and the Imperiums. I would say that all these types of fragrances right here on that highway have the same purpose, which is basically complement getting smelling good. Very general outcomes out of a fragrance. I mean, definitely Aventus is one of the most recognizable scents out there. And so because the bergamot right here is like a strong dose, with that push of ambroxan, and it's got grapefruit, it's got that refreshing mandarin, I would say that the purpose is the same. It's definitely for smelling good. It's definitely for getting the Aventus-y vibe from other people right there. And again, the price is pretty stellar on this, okay? I mean, the price is like $124 for 50 ml. Then they've got a 10 ml for like $35. And so I think that the price strategy on this was pretty on point. I mean, a lot of people dove in primarily too because they could afford it. It's a little bit more than like an Aventus clone or like an Aventus twist, but again, there were some add-ons here that were pretty nice. And again, it's Terence Hughes, so you know, you're gonna get a pretty nice fragrance. So a lot of people jumped in, I think also because of the price. Now, what I like about this fragrance though, that's not in Aventus or Hachivat, is the ginger. Okay, so you have ginger as a bridge note from the mid to the dry down. It's gonna be some warming, sweet ginger, a strong ginger. I believe Aaron said that this is the most expensive ginger in the world, but you've got this very prominent ginger that if you love like Tigar, for example, and you like the zing, the warming side of ginger, you are gonna get that here with Supernova. And it's a perfect bridge to the dry down. To me, it's another element of, oh, here's another mainstream lovable note. You know, it's like a 10-hit combo of mainstream lovable notes. You know what I mean? You've got the bergamot, ambroxan, then you've got like grapefruit, orange, and then, you know, pineapple, and then ginger. For me, as someone that has tried multitudes of these types of fragrances, I would like to point out that the ginger, the bridge note to the dry down, is a lovely part of Supernova. And on the dry down of Supernova, guaranteed you are going to get some Hachivat vibes. Guaranteed. Why? Because of that oak moss patchouli combo. that is also on Hachivat. You can't miss it. If you've smelled Hachivat, you're gonna smell it right here. It's that oak moss patchouli combo right here. But of course, it's also flanked with that ginger. It's flanked with that ambroxan. It's flanked with that musk. So it makes for a nice, elegant ending right here. Again, a little Hachivat style, but musky ambroxan ending right here in Supernova. And again, it's a beautiful bridge from all the tartness of the citrus, the fruitiness of the mid. It's a nice transition into a warming, elegant dry down from Supernova right here. Ultimately, with ATH Supernova, in my opinion, Aaron was able to make a very mainstream, likable, generally loved fragrance, a compliment getter, an Aventus killer, if you will, using the elements of Aventus Hachivat and adding, you know, the orange and I would say the ginger into the mix to give you guys a 10-hit combo of really, really likable notes. And also that he was able to make the initial performance of this fragrance very, very strong and tart and prominent. And so all those performance heads that actually want more out of their fragrances can get it right here. Again, it kind of reminded me of Dua's Mod 3, but definitely I would say it's a very, very likable perfume. Now for me though, despite all of this, this fragrance Supernova will not appeal to everyone. And that's because there's also a huge amount of fragrance collectors that are kind of done with the whole Aventus journey. You know, I mean, there's only so many you can collect. Like I said, there's the clones, there's the real ones, there are twists out there, as well as variations and enhancements that I think, in my opinion, if you have collected 4 or 5 bottles of those, like maybe a combination of CDNIM limited edition, Aventus, Hachivat, maybe Imperium, and other Aventus-y like fragrances, I mean, if you could look at that highway, that Aventus highway, it's almost like you park your car, you know? And for me, like, I've parked my car like a long, long time ago. And for those that have owned Aventus and Aventus-y type fragrances, the feedback that I consistently got with Supernova was that there's nothing special about it. Okay, there's nothing special about it. And I think that's just because of the fatigue of, you know, trying and using Aventus-y type perfumes. The thing is though, is that this Aventus highway will always get new people. Day by day, minute by minute, you're always gonna get a new person that has never tried this stuff, a strong bergamot pineapple mix with grapefruit, and they're gonna get blown away. So in my opinion, this hype on Supernova is also because of new collectors, maybe money-saving collectors, you know, more of the ones that are not willing to spend $300 and up for a fragrance, only $100, and they are used to the performance of probably clones or strong performing cheaper perfumes. And so that satisfies it right there. I mean, I would say that if you are looking for a great performing, great strong Aventus-y Hachivat fragrance for like $100, look no further. Supernova is it. As I've said, if you're fatigued already with all this Aventus-y stuff, maybe this is not for you. But when it comes to the bottom line, and in my opinion, that's what this fragrance is about, the bottom line. Does it smell good? Does it perform well? Will it get you the compliments? 100%. That is what Supernova does. So when it comes to the bottom line, this fragrance is definitely 5-star. Now, longevity wise, this fragrance did not last as long on my skin as what was reported by some people. Some people were saying, oh, I could smell till the next morning. To me, Supernova is an 8 to 9 hour significant scent fragrance. I wouldn't say that this is like a 12-hour fragrance, because every time I've used this, even on an overspray, I only got 8 to 9 hours max on this fragrance. Again, that's pretty no hype, but also it could be my skin chemistry. So if you have gotten longer performance, let me know in the comments below, but for me, it's an 8 to 9 hour fragrance. Supernova to me works for any season, much like Aventus and Hachivat, I would say, but of course this fragrance performs amazing during the spring summer season. And if you live in places that's always hot, I think that you'll like the tartness, the sharpness, the brightness of the citrus and fruity notes of this fragrance right here. So I would say it's a very versatile fragrance. Again, it boils down to the bottom line. It's gonna perform much like a Hachivat and a Ventus with a beautiful, strong, impactful opener that I think the mainstream will enjoy a lot. And that is it. That is my no hype review on Terence Hughes Supernova. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think of this fragrance. Again, there's no right or wrong answers right here. You can let me know how much you guys love it or hate it, or did you guys get the same feedback that there's nothing really that special about it? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know, guys, and I read all the comments. I'll see you guys on the next video. 100% the next video is going to be Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill. Hope you guys are excited with that, and I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless, take care. Peace.